Welcome back to another episode of the T.W.K. Ordinance Podcast. I'm T.W.K. Cadillac, and joining me today, we have another appearance of Big Chuck.
Dude, that's
What's
it? That's
going on?
all I get?
Yeah, that's all you get.
Dude, also, when was the last time you heard somebody introduce their org name before their own name? That is unreal. It's
Well,
fine.
it was accurate, so.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hi, hello. I'm here. I made it. I took my after work nap so that I could be alive at 1 a.m. for you because of this unreasonable time zone difference. I felt like 2 hours was going to be less of a big deal, but it's pretty brutal for me. I was like, yeah, we can do 1 a.m. That'll be fine. And then every week I'm just like, holy, what a bump I have to get through.
Yikes.
How was your week? How was the last 2 weeks at the old creamery? Tell us about your adventures at work.
Um, it's been a lot of the same, making a lot of ice. Uh,
You don't
just
you don't
dealing
make the
with.
ice cream though, right?
Yeah, it's all made in house. Like we make it there.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy is
Oh
good.
yeah, we're really good over there. That's why we make the big bucks.
The big bucks,
Um
which is not very big.
yeah.
uh,
But no, we make a lot of ice cream. It's more the people, man. I can't stand can't stand it sometimes.
customers or coworkers?
Customers. All my coworkers are pretty nice. They're all like normal-ish people.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
the people, man, like I swear I look at grown men like with such questionable like who who raised you? Who are you? Like you're not a
Animals.
human. Like
Animals
actual
race them.
animals, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like it's insane.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the rest of your life. I hope you enjoy it.
No. Fuck.
No.
Okay, well, can I return this one?
Can I return it? Unfortunately, that's not how that works.
Gosh dang it.
Next time, next time. Well, that's fun. Just cruising along, huh?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't actually sound very fun. It kind of sounds miserable. But what are your hours like? You just work
Since
after
I'm
school every
still
day or what?
I'm out of school. I'm on summer break now.
Oh shoot. Okay, don't flex on me. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do. Haha.
You
Um
full time? You putting 40 in a week or what?
no, I'm still in training, so I'm still not getting like the full amount of hours I should be.
So how many
Um
how many hours are we getting then?
this week
Dude,
like
also what kind of training do you
28.
what kind of training do you
Dude,
need to
I
scoop
don't
ice
know.
cream?
I don't know, man. Like after the first day, I kind of just knew everything, and it's just been. That's the thing. Like my manager doesn't even like come to my shifts anymore, and it's supposed to be mandatory for like the trainees or for the trainees to have the manager on shift the entire time. And she just like stopped showing up because I kind of just know everything, but I'm still considered a trainee. Like I don't have a name tag still.
How many of you are there at like any given time?
The smallest shift is two people. I've had it up to four people, five if you include the manager.
Interesting. Huh. Well, I hope that doesn't start sucking really bad and give you the big not alive thoughts at some point, you know?
Yeah, that hopefully, man.
Judging
Yeah.
by that, yeah, it kind of sounds like we might already be there.
We're nope. It's just
Laugh it off,
well,
laugh it
because when
off.
you
We'll keep
well when
walking.
you well when you say that, I just think about like the old people that I had to help today, and like last night when
Hey, old people are
uh,
valuable
uh,
customers, okay?
Dude, no, they don't tip. They are.
Yeah, dude. Why would I tip you for something that I could do myself?
Because I need it to get to work.
Brutal. Have you
No,
gotten?
no, it's because they walk in. No, so here, let me paint a picture for you.
Oh, I love
So,
pictures.
so I last night I was working the night shift, and basically from 6 o'clock
Dude,
till
and this
close
night
most
shift isn't a
days.
real night shift, right? It's like
No, it's
it's
the
an
night shift
evening.
is like, yeah, it's an evening
Gotcha,
shift, but
gotcha.
it's the night shift at the Cold Stone.
Of
Okay,
course, of course.
because the plaza we're in, uh, everything the plaza closes at 10. So no matter what, we're closed at 10. Maximum we're there till like 11
Oh,
because
you're
if
like
you
in a mall
close,
or something?
no, it's considered a plaza. It's just like a big parking lot with like a Kohl's and a Vons and like a
Oh, okay.
GameStop
Gotcha, gotcha.
and like a few food places. Um, but these two old people walked in during the last like 15, no, not 15, it was like the last like 8 minutes before we closed,
Yeah, you guys
and
were
we were
still
still in a
open.
rush. But the thing was, we were still in a rush, like there was still a line to the like out the door. um but like we had finally like gotten to the point where like, all right, we just have to get through these people. These two old people walked in, and they asked to cut in front of two people because they had to go quickly, and the people let them through.
Wow.
Apparently, so yeah, I saw that. I was like, dang, okay. I go to help these people, and they get two. So we do like the individual sizes, like the like you eat it, like the cups.
Yeah.
There's like the small, medium, large, but we also do to go sizes of like quarts of ice cream
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like pints and stuff.
Dude,
They
that's
got
we've got this ice cream place right next to where we live here, and I go in there all the time, and I go in and I just take 2 pints because I just pay them on um Venmo later. I just walk in, I just swipe 2 pints, walk away. It's amazing. I love that system. So much better than, would you like 19 large scoops of ice cream? Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
yeah. So they ordered 2 tubs of our biggest ice cream, and we're getting mad at not me but my coworker because they had to change out the ice cream because everyone was getting chocolate at the end of the night, and they started getting mad at us because we had to change the ice cream to give them ice cream. So it was just like a miserable experience while having like like a line out the door with these old people that are just like angry at me for no reason because they ordered the two biggest things of ice cream that we have with like 4 extra mix-ins, so it makes it like way harder to like mix all together because they get like the nice and frozen things like the cookie dough and the brownies.
Yeah.
So it just makes it extra difficult to mix all together. It's just frustrating to deal with people sometimes.
Unlucky. Unlucky.
Yeah.
The old creamery. Dude, I'm so excited. You're gonna have so much more respect for fast food workers now.
I already did.
It's like a new level
Uh,
though when you work there.
yeah.
Deeper understanding of the cringe.
I mean, I feel like I've always been like a more like respectful. I think the biggest thing in like especially customer service is just like people like not taking like like social cues, like when they like order and stuff. Like if you see it's a rush, why would you ask for like 9 extra things on the side and be like, "Is that
Because
okay?" Or
that's what
like
I
taste
want,
test,
bro. That's what I
because
want.
or I've had people taste test every single flavor just to get like chocolate. Like why why would we try the lemon and the cotton candy and the strawberry
Because what
if
if I
we were
decide I
just
want those?
we had
Dude, you're not
two
thinking like
teenagers
a
come in to
consumer. Come on.
we had 2 teenagers come in today. One of them actually got an ice cream, and the other one asked us, "Is there a limit on how many taste tests we could do?"
Samples.
and
Yeah, those are called samples.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was forgetting the word. It's
Imagine
been a long
walking into the
day.
ice cream store and this
Taste
this
test.
psycho with no soul goes, "Would you like a taste test?" And I go, "Oh, what, sir? What?"
No. Yeah, no, it's
Two teenagers.
they.
Yeah. Continue
Yeah,
with this
so we
bar
start.
joke. I'm excited. Two
We
teenagers
so we
walk into a Cold Stone Creamery.
one of them actually like orders a thing, so we start making that, and his friend is just sitting at the window, just sampling every flavor. He sampled like nine. He sampled everything but like two of the flavors, and his we rang his friend up, and when his friend walked over to the door, he just like followed him and just like walked away, like all like slick,
What a
and we were just like,
psycho.
"What?" We were like, "Okay, you got you got 8 bites of different tasting ice creams. Like, what? Why?"
What a psycho, dude. I wouldn't mentally be able to do that. I would do like if I was offered the free sample, then I'll take one and then I like move on with my life. I could not be like, can I have another and another and another and another?
Yeah, dude.
I would
Like, I
hate
don't
myself. I'm like,
like that's the thing. I feel like it's just like take the social like cues almost. Like just like think about it, you know?
that's
Like from
crazy.
any other perspective. But people seem to I mean, it might also just be California might be
No, dude,
a
they're
little
everywhere. They're everywhere, and they're the majority of people, and they suck.
thing.
I promise.
That's rough.
Yeah, well, welcome to capitalism and ignorance. I don't know. Throw some other buzzwords in there. Call it a day. All right, well,
Yeah.
Turkey Land. Dude, tell us about it. Tell us about Turkey Land. You're grinding. This is the first time that I've seen you like play Tarkov in years. Literally.
Yeah. I so I kind of have the premise that this isn't wiping, so I kind of just want to get the to the end because I've never done it before.
What's the
Just
end
because
for
I know
you?
that this will never
Is the end Max
like
Traders? Is the end Kappa?
Kappa.
Is the end
I
Lightkeeper?
think or is Kappa or is Lightkeeper past Kappa technically?
Way past. Way, way,
Okay.
way, way past.
I want to do all the things basically. I want to do all the things in the video game. That's what I want. That's the end. If that answers your question.
Alrighty. That's cool. You've been grinding away. You gave me a dragon line earlier. You said that the scavs are throwing more grenades.
I swear, dude, I like every other scab that yells at me just hucks a grenade and it's terrifying.
Yeah. What else? What else did you notice? What else is different about PvE?
Um I haven't man, I feel like the scav bot I don't know if it's like better. Oh, actually, I thought about this earlier. I think this is a very good description of what PvE feels like. It feels like a Special Olympics every raid, but I have like tasks to do now instead of it like just being scav boss. Because I've also been just finding scav boss like every raid as well.
Yeah, they're at like a 40% spawn right now. That's something that like Zach brings that up a lot too, because you and him don't really play late wipe. You guys fizzle out super
Yeah,
early, but
yeah,
yeah, scab bots their spawn chance goes up like way high. But the first like 2 or 3 months, which is when I mostly grind the game, um, they're definitely super low. But it's supposed to be like this. It's every other raid, but yeah,
yeah. No, it's cool. It's just like it's just something I noticed. It just makes it literally just feel like a Special Olympics every time,
yeah,
which is fun. I enjoy that. It's cool.
yeah.
I've also just been helping like my cousins through the video game for the first time ever because, like I said, like they never made it past like level 17.
Give me a percentage of like how many raids do you think you've played by yourself versus like in a group with them?
I would say it's about 30. Yeah, like 30, 60, 30, 70.
30% by yourself, 60 with them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, like, yeah.
What a gamer. What an absolute hardcore
I
champion.
only I only have 96 BMT raids so far.
Wow, I think that might be more than me. No,
Yeah,
never mind. I got you beat by like 10.
there's quite a few backtracking raids because Cracker decided he wanted to join right after I got done helping the other kids through the customs task. After they decided they wanted to play after I finished my customs task.
Of course, of course.
So I like so that was the thing. Like my first like week of this game, so like I started playing by myself and I got like through my custom stats and I was about to start going to like other places like woods and shoreline. And they all that's when my cousins were like, "Oh, PvE's a thing? I kind of want to do that." So then I spend time backtracking playing with them and they have like weird schedules so we don't like it's not like a lot of like consistent time of playing. It's like raids here and there.
Yeah.
So getting them caught up, and when I got them caught up, Cracker was like, "Oh, PVE's a thing," and it just repeated, basically. So that's what a lot of my raids comes from. Is also that is like backtracking to help people. I hate it because I just like walk around not having anything to do. Like I just murder,
I just murder.
and that's it. There's nothing else.
Very nice. We'll have to play. You'll have to stop avoiding me at some point so we can play.
No, then it's easier.
No. My feelings. Well, what do you think about the armor hitbox changes? Or do you have zero
I
knowledge on this?
so
Y-
I saw them.
Give me a flat earth answer and say, I wasn't prepared to talk about that.
I don't. So the thing was, I never really got to play with the new armor plate system that much until like literally the last like 2 months playing the game. So I never really experienced all the pain that people always yell about, like, "Oh, I get shot in the armpits all the time" and stuff like that. So I didn't see an issue with it, but I mean, so many people complain about it, and I don't really care. Like it's the same for me regardless. So
Mm. I think it was really bad, and I could definitely feel it, even with the scabs shooting me in my neck and my armpit areas, and I thought it was pretty AIDS. So it's a really good change. This is how it should have been. This is how it should have released. They should have been smarter, and they should have tested a little bit, and this is how it should have been. Your arm hitbox is like effectively gone, and your thorax is effectively covered by the plate, how it should have been. So I had
yeah,
Dragon like sending me DMs. He's like, yeah, MAD just two tap my thorax, so I guess that shot through my slick plate. And I was like, that's not possible. He just shot above your plate and still hit your thorax because that's our game now, buddy. But
poor guy.
I think it's a super, super massive good change. So I'm glad.
I yeah, I think I've heard that from most people. I just like I said, I just haven't played with it enough to have like gotten times like I don't think I've actually been like killed in the armpit before in this game yet.
I don't think I died to an armpit shot either. I definitely got necked one time for sure, but I didn't have very many issues with it either. But there are some amazing, amazing clips of of people dying. But dude, speaking of
Ye-
clips, I have an infinity amount of clips of Tarkov being broken. The hotfix when they did the boss event was so bad. So unbelievably bad. I have some amazing clips here. I'm going to show you one really fast because it's hurt my feelings so much. The game is so unbelievable. I have never seen in the 6 years that I have played Tarkov, I have never seen the game more broken in my whole life, I don't think. It is kind of okay, watch this. Are you ready?
oh god.
Watch this bad boy. You're going to love this.
I'm ready.
Did you see? Did you see?
What? Wait,
Did
what?
you see the war crimes that just happened? Okay, here, let me show.
I'm
Let me show it one
so.
more time. Okay, so I'm walking up on this scav. Okay, so I shoot like 4 times. None of them. I guess maybe one of them hit his head.
That one looked like it
I
not.
teleport
Yeah.
to the right. My gun
Yeah,
fires
that
two
terrified
times.
me.
My gun fires 2 times without me telling it to fire, and then he's dead all of a
Wait,
sudden.
that's when it died?
Yup.
Oh my gosh. What the?
Dude, all of these are just clips of the game being completely broken. I've never collected so many. Like, normally my clips are like kills, and then like there's the occasional outrageous death and the occasional um like cheater death, but this wipe it's just straight. It's just all of the like Tagilla like straight up phased through 3 walls one time to kill me. So like you see me shoot at him and he's like super far away and I have the exact right amount of time to reload and I press the R button and then he just teleports through 2 walls and is inside of me. And like I've never seen or like I've got
Yeah.
clips of them like being stuck indoors and I can't do damage to them but they can do damage to me. Like I have some super outrageous clips. It's like
Have you
so
gotten?
broken.
I've seen a few other people talking about this on Twitter. Have you gotten the one where you shoot at like a scav boss or a PMC or like one of the better AI than a scav, and they pull up their little IFAK and then they still shoot you in the face? Or
No, I
have you
haven't
not
seen
had
that.
that yet?
I haven't seen that in years. That got patched out
I,
so long ago.
no, it definitely happens again, dude. It it's happened to me probably like 4 times.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
I've died to it once, but there's been 3 other instances where they shot at me and I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?"
I believe it. Stuff like that comes back all the time. But that was a super big problem in like 2021. I remember that was what everybody was complaining about, and I haven't seen it in many years. But I don't think I've seen that during my like 130 hours back in it this time around. But yeah, I believe it. All sorts of stuff like that is pretty common for the spaghetti code, but yeah,
Yeah,
fun, good fun
so cool.
times, good fun Tarky land. Dude, that's all I got. I don't have anything to say. I got all my traders maxed. I'm a little bored now. Well, not anymore actually, because last night I was dicking around and I killed Sturman for a hunting trip. So now I have the XMC. So now I'm just running around one shotting everything with
Yeah,
it. So
that looked pretty fun.
it's a little more fun, but it's just like so mind numbing doing all of the tasks for the 19th time. A little brutal, but oh well. Oh well. And then arena is unplayable. Matchmaking times are outrageously high. There's like a cheater in every other lobby. So fun. Good fun stuff. Not worth, not worth. That's it. That's all I got for Tarkov. I'm done. I don't want to talk about that
Dang,
game anymore. Make it stop. It hurts me.
you're the one that brought it up.
Well,
Sorry.
dude, we're gonna talk about flat Earth now.
Oh,
Tell
but
me your
that's not. No.
tell me
What?
your rundown. Tell me what you think about flat Earth. What do you believe in flat Earth? Do you know any flat Earthers? What's your understanding of the topic?
I don't know any flat earthers, but
Heard of
I've
flat Earth before, right, guys?
I've heard of them before,
Of course, of course.
but I've never. I saw like the video where like one of them debunked themselves, and ever since then, I saw that when I was like a little kid, so I was still like, it could be, and I saw that video, and ever since then, I've been globe a globe person,
A globe earther.
a globe earther.
All right. Well, so here's what sent me down the rabbit hole. One of the Tarkov content creators that I watch posted a huge documentary on it, and then he's done a couple of like interviews with other people in the community and whatnot. And like that just sent me down so many other rabbit holes of like the stupidity that it takes for you to be like that dumb. And then like it's also like changing my mind. Like I think for a super long time because of the people that I knew, like anybody with like a degree or a background and like higher education I just like didn't care for. I thought it was all like I thought all of it was like a complete waste of time. But when we get down to like the thick and the heavy of like math or physics or like anything to do with science, anything that's like technical, like I understand why we put so much value on degrees before. Like it makes so much more sense to me now. And it's because of the flat earth people. Like these psychopaths that like think they're smarter than all the physicists in the world. Like it makes more sense to me now, you know? Cuz like my understanding or like the people that like I saw go to college and get out of it with like their liberal arts degree or their business degree, which is such a scam. But like I think it's different when you spend 8 years and you're a physicist. Like I think that absolutely means a little more than the psychos who think the earth is flat. So and dude, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm gonna drop a link for the documentary because it is premium gold, and I highly recommend everybody. Like, it's just good entertainment, is what it is. But there's like some fun science that like I never saw. We never did cool science stuff when I was in high school, and there's like some
That's
some
sad.
pretty some pretty fun science stuff that I like
Was it
never saw
considered
before.
witchcraft?
And like there's this one where he like puts some nails in this board and then he puts it in a fish tank and you can like see the board like bow. Like it makes like a curve even though it's flat. And then he uses like a laser and he like shows like you can bend the laser in like what it's wild, dude. Absolutely wild. Cool stuff like that. We never did stuff like that in my science classes. We never did any cool experiments. It was all just a boring and a huge waste of
Oh,
time. That's what I remember.
because it was considered witchcraft at your
Yeah, dude, it might have been. Maybe that's the reason. Who knows? But
video games and science bad.
yeah, video games, science, happiness, hobbies, you name it, dude. You name it, we don't want it. That's just kind of how we roll around these parts. But
That's the way to live your
I I wouldn't call it living, but maybe some people
life.
do. Yeah, I don't know. Not for me, that's for sure. But anyway,
Yay.
that's it. That's we don't have to go too much further. It doesn't seem like you're too interested, so it's a weird adult thing, you know. You spend 8 hours a day putting paint on walls, and
Yeah,
you start to lose your
I'm sure.
mind a little bit. You know, you need something to think about. So,
Yeah, if I was more well versed in this documentary that you're referring to, possibly, but you kind of just threw this at
oh
me.
yeah. Well, I we had to talk about it. I
you
had to
you
share
just
it. You know.
did you expect me to just like
No,
yeah
no, no. I
that
was secretly hoping that you were a flat earther and I could make fun of you. You know.
oh that yeah maybe get like Bean back or something
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
a guest
that's not. Nope,
appearance.
that's not gonna happen. You're funny. Ha ha ha. Yikes, man. Dude, they're also all anti Semites. That's like another fun fact about flat earthers.
What?
Yeah, dude, like 86% of
That's
them
so.
are like heavy, heavy anti Semites, which I think is so crazy.
What an interesting combo.
Yeah, it's a definitely a fun combo, that's for sure. Uh, yeah, they're all kind of psychos, but it's okay. It's okay. Nobody minds. It's not like
Nobody
it's not like they
minds.
can do anything, I guess. All right, well
Oh.
that's we can leave the flat earth one in the ground. What do you want to move on to here next? We've got I have a list. You pick one and we'll run with it.
Um,
Or you can add something to the list. I don't either way is good, you know.
I talked about some of my work stories. Let's hear some of Chuck's
You want some of my
stories.
work stories?
Yeah, let's hear some of that.
Oh man. There are just too many. What's like the craziest one that I can okay. So I'm part of a small structural crew and none of the like what do we call them? Structural tech. That's their name. None of the structural techs get along. They just kind of do everything. Like they'll put up a drywall, they'll install a window, they'll destroy a step, they'll just kind of like whatever. Um, like basic plumbing stuff like that. And then we have like specialized groups of people, which is like what I do, which is painting, and then like there is a specific plumber, and then Electricians are their own thing, and then we have a specific dry water. Anyway, okay, so like the 4 regular guys that kind of do everything don't get along at all. One of them's very red, very Republican.
What?
One of them is very, very blue. Like he's so blue that he like is proud to say that he's a communist out loud. And every time I talk to him, I don't think he
What?
understands what that means.
What?
And then one of them's like a big stoner, and he doesn't have any political beliefs, and the other guy's like pretty chill and pretty normal. But they all have like their weird quirks. Like the blue guy takes everybody's tools and like holds them hostage, and you have to like show up to his job site and like beg for them back and like fight them for him sometimes.
What?
Yeah, the very red guy, he likes to yell. He's very loud. What else? They all kind of have their own thing. But the blue one starts the most problems. Like he has lots of issues. And like if he ever asks for help, so here's the irony. Blue guy is like least qualified to do the job, had the least amount of experience, and most of what they do is like new to him. So he is like always asking for help, right? Red guy, very experienced, been there for a long time, is always free to help. Okay? So when blue guy asks for help, our boss sends red guy with blue guy, which causes problems.
Oh yeah.
And I kid you
That's
not.
the combo.
Okay, so we have like this weird office, and there's like a divider in the middle, but it's kind of like a low divider. It's like a wimpy one. And like we do this meeting in the morning, but like one half of the side like doesn't have enough chairs, so we kind of like spill out into the other side. Blue guy always sits in the corner in the divider. Red guy sits on the outside, so they can't see each other in the morning meeting. And I'm like in the middle, so I can see both sides. Strategic advantage, okay? And every time blue guy asks for help, and our boss is like, "Take red guy with you." I kid you not, like a child. Like he starts shaking his head no, but he'll be like, "Okay, that'll be good," but then he's shaking his head no. And our boss is like, "What? Like what are you doing?" And it's so funny, dude. Like the passive
What are you doing?
the passive aggressive, it's bonkers. Okay.
That's
Okay,
hilarious.
so we bought these super fancy levels that are like $6,000. They're like commercial levels for rooms, for ceiling tiles. They're very big. They're on like a tripod. That's all I'm going to say about it because that's all that I know about it. And they bought 2 of them. So they bought one originally. They gave it to the blue guy. And then everybody else also needed to use it. And he's not a very good sharer. So they bought another one. And that's like the general use one that just hangs out in our shop. So one day, blue guy takes the shared level, so not his, the shared one, to a specific building to use it. And then one of the other techs needed it, but the blue guy wouldn't like let him have it because he like wasn't done or whatever. And then red guy also needed the level, so he shows up to the building to take this level because blue guy has both the levels. And blue guy wasn't gonna let him in the room. Like he was like physically blocking the doorway so that he couldn't get in there. Yeah, grown men. These are like 40 years plus. Adult men who have been working in these fields for like 10 to 20 years. So then it escalates. Blue guy calls somebody that he's friends with. Red guy calls somebody that he's friends with.
Oh, no.
4 hours later, the entire structural team is at this building. Half of them are downstairs in the basement with the room at the level. The other half are outside, and they're all refusing to work until this is solved. I'm not joking. Like,
What?
adult men, like, it had to have been 15 to 30
They're
plus.
up in arms. They have
like,
a right
yes.
to strike, okay?
Other groups that we work with, they're called zones, and like I don't fully understand what they do. They do like what we do, but like different. But like other zone guys, so like I don't work with, we're like showing up to join teams, you know, and they're like literally refusing to work. And my boss shows up, and he is like trying to level out the situation so that nobody gets hurt or gets fired. And the blue guy refuses to give the level to our boss, which is like mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, the guy that owns the
Well, he doesn't own anything, but yeah. Okay, so I show up, and I go to Red Group, which is outside, And I was like, what's going on here? And they explained to me the situation. I was like, you guys are all kind of idiots. And I go inside to the basement to blue team, and I'm good friends. I am the best friend of blue and red guy. They don't get along with very many other people. It's like a light, we're like kind of friends, but they mostly bond over
That's
the
the best way to
hatred of
have
the
it.
other one. But I'm like really good friends with everybody because I don't care. I'm not like a weird old person, and I don't care. Like I'll show up to buildings, and they'll like ask me to do something tedious or to like paint the same thing that I've painted multiple times, and then they're like, "Sorry, I bet that gets annoying." And like it does for the old people, but I'm like I'm here for 8 hours. Like it doesn't matter what I do. I'm here for like I don't care about this.
Yeah.
This exists to give me income, so I have no like personal stake in it. So I get along with everybody because none of it matters to me. So I show up, I go in, and I'm talking to the blue guy, and he tells me his side of it, and I was like, this is pretty dumb, huh? And he's like, yeah, this is pretty dumb. I was like, all right, I have a solution. He's like, all right, what is it? And I walked into the room, and I grabbed the level, and I walked outside, and I handed it to the red guy. And then within 20 minutes, everybody dispersed, and we all went on with our lives. That was all that it took.
Wow.
Nobody else had like a brain.
It just took the men. Yikes. They just
Absolutely
had
wild.
too much pride to like just settle their differences, so they had to wait for the guy that they both were okay with to mediate.
Yep. Yeah, I have never seen like it's kind of an interesting situation. I have a lot of experience like managing and dealing with unreasonable people because of um the organization that I've run here playing video games for the last wow, holy we're like approaching 10 years, but so like I have a lot of experience dealing with like super unreasonable people or like semi escalated drama situations. I'm sure that you've even seen some of it. So like I have a unique amount of experience with what's a good retards. That's a good word.
Yeah, that is. Yep,
So
on the
it's like
spectrum.
yeah, it's kind of wild like how much of my time with gamers like directly translates to it's just unreasonable people. Like that's all it is. Like but yeah, so
Oh,
that's one of my fun work stories.
jeez, that sounds pretty cool. Wow.
It's not it's not cool. It was it was
It's
frustrating.
like it's like grown like men, but they are like little kids
Uh-huh.
that are
Yeah,
that
that's
are
right.
fighting over like the toys in the sandbox.
Or like once a month, one of them will like threaten to quit if the other one doesn't get fired, and my boss just goes, "Okay, we'll look into it." And then like 2 weeks later, we just don't talk about it anymore, and we all just move
Can
on.
you? So have you seen that one guy on YouTube that is like the owner of like that concrete company, and he just like wears a GoPro everywhere to like all of his job sites, and he just
No,
like
dude,
wears a GoPro.
what are we talking about? Give me more information. Do you know his
I
name?
forgot his name. I
Give me,
forgot his name.
tell me
I
what he
I, I
does
could
again. And
I could find it in a minute, but
he wears a GoPro to
he's
his construction sites.
so he's the owner of this like construction company, and or no, not construction, concrete company, and he does just like a bunch of concrete for like a bunch of different jobs. But the entirety of his workday, he wears a GoPro, so he's just like filming it the entire time.
Interesting.
And
I think I should do something like that and put it on TikTok because painting is
yeah,
like super satisfying to watch. And like, I wonder if I should bring a tripod and film myself like rolling out a wall. I wonder if that would blow up on TikTok if I like sped it up and
hey,
put some
that's
music behind it.
extra income.
Yeah, I wonder. Was that all you were gonna say about Concrete Guy, or did you have anything more to say?
I think that was about it. Yeah, but you should do something like that for sure, because that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I might. It might be like a big no-no though. Is the other problem with that? Like, I don't know if I get away with it, especially where I still work there. Like maybe I could film it and then wait a few years and come out.
Because
I'll
like
have.
in like
Go ahead.
if you look in like his videos, there's like I feel like workers kind of like not similar to yours, but there's a lot of like interesting and funny like arguments and stuff they get into like that,
Yeah.
and it's just like recorded, and there's just like a bunch of dumb people, and it's just like the owner being like, you dumbasses, get back to work,
Yeah.
pretty
Oh yeah.
much.
Oh yeah. That's fun.
It's great.
I've got some even more crazier stories, but like a lot of people that I work with are like in our Discord, and I hesitate to tell some of the story. You know, in like 5 years when I don't work here anymore and I've got some distance behind it, I'll have some even better stories. Dude, and then I can tell you some crazy stories about like the amount of waste that I see here. Like we do a lot, everything here is like based on the budget. Like that's by far, like more importantly than me doing like a good job, like it's all about the budget, as long as like we don't overspend. And like the amount of waste that I see is like unbelievably outrageous. I'll have to set an alarm for 4 years from now so that I don't forget to tell some of those stories, because they are absolute comedic gold for sure. But yeah, that can be my fun work story. We can make it a regular if you want. I can just tell you a story from the week. We could do that every week, cuz some some bonker stuff happens. I mean, that's what happens when you work at a university. They're all so dumb. The people that work there, the students, the professors, they are all, it is the next level brain dead, that's for sure.
Yeah,
There is some fun
they're
buildings
supposed to be the smartest.
like we have this special building where they got a grant for like a $6 million laser for like, I don't even know what it's for actually, but it like the project got like killed shortly after they bought the laser. So now there's like the one guy who was like pushing it, right? Like the one professor who was fighting for it has like an office in that building, but like there's nobody else. There's like two janitors, and like that's an entire building, this huge laser, and there's like one person that uses it, and it's like, wow, that's great. But every once in a while I
Yeah.
go in there to do like PM stuff. And I'm just like rolling the walls out so that they don't look horrible, because that has to happen every few years. And like I'll talk to that guy, and like he does some interesting fun things, and like that guy's degree is like absolutely means something. All of his experience was worth it. The money he spent on school was definitely worth it, and like he uses all of his knowledge, and like that's a cool, like I never saw any of those situations in real life until I started working here. Like I thought it was all a scam, and now I'm like, oh, okay, only like 80% of it's a complete scam. There's like 20% where it is valuable. That's
They
great.
make
Good,
it through.
good for that 20% of people. But 80% of them, holy, they should be working at Goldstone Creamery with you. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
Don't come to mind.
Don't come to. It's okay. They'd be better than most people in California. You might want them actually.
You might be right.
California is that is a dense place. That's the nicest word I can think for it. That is
Yeah,
a dense
there's.
area.
I've had some pretty unique interactions with people. I'll tell you.
Pretty unique interactions. That was a very kind way to say that they're very special.
Well, I live out here too. You know, like I can't. I might get roped in.
Mike, you already got roped in, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you, but
Gosh dang it! See, this is why I was trying to.
you're just part of it forever, buddy.
Gosh dang it!
There's no
Yeah,
escaping.
that's
Well, I guess
that's
that's called moving to Idaho, and that's what a whole bunch of them do. But then you just make
yeah,
that place equally toxic. So
yeah. That's what it
I
is.
think it's time for the humans to go. Time for everybody to frick off.
I think it was really funny that that last word didn't through. So it was like you censored yourself.
Yeah, it was. That's what a mute button's for.
Mm, mm. I
The
didn't know that was on purpose. I thought that just happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it here in the next couple of weeks, and it's gonna be a bleep button.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that's
would be a lot better because otherwise it just sounds like you cut out.
that's the other thing that I spent a whole bunch of time on this week was I got my third. It's my third payout that I've collected from Twitch for the full almost year that I've been consistently streaming. Consistently once every week at least is what I was shooting for. But this is the third payout that I've collected. And on number 3, I was like, okay, fine. So I added some plugins to my chat, and I added some other stuff, and I tried to make stuff look nice. So now we're all in. I can't back out anymore. That was this week for me.
Dang.
Found some people to pay for emotes and whatnot, so now it's gonna look semi real and somewhat professional.
Not, but not like some two random people.
Yeah. Well, I need to figure out a better format for this too. I don't know what to put on screen while we're talking because I can't have you turn your
Maybe.
face cam on. I'm like, look, guys, here's my underage friend. Don't go get him, please.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, I think this is fine. I think I might try
I
and
we
spice
we
it
could
up a little bit, but
we could look at like more like videos on stream maybe, and
no,
like
no, no. I think I've got an idea for it, and my wifey volunteered to work on it, but we're dragging our feet a little bit. So, but I've got an idea to make it look a little nicer. But like somebody joined and said that the stream looked great, and I guarantee you that was sarcasm because it's just it's just the Discord call.
yeah,
They're like, that looks great. 1080p on the nothing that's happening on screen. I'm like, yeah, I know. My
maybe like a
internet's pretty good.
cool ordnance graphic or something.
Well, my plan is to put one of the things that I had Shiwani draw for me, so it's like one of the pictures of all the knights that I have drawn, and then I'm gonna like put the Discord like your logo over one guy and mine over one guy, and have them light up. So at least it's not like just Discord anymore. It'll be a somewhat special or something.
Or something.
It'll be better. That's the bottom line, I think. But and then I drug my feet with getting the last episode up because I just every time I was super busy the last like week. Here I am just bouncing around like crazy. My wife's family came and they were here, and we were doing a bunch of stuff with them. And then as soon as they left, I got like a real work order request where they wanted something done super quick. So I was like actually working like a real human being instead of what I normally do. So I was super busy this last week, and I just never got around to uploading it until like 2 days ago or something. So
Darn.
it's okay. Ricky missed a week anyway. It's fine. I'm gonna blame it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna blame it on you, even though it was my fault. Still,
that's rude.
still blaming it on you.
I'll release the DM.
I'll release the DMs. Oh, what, dude? You don't have a Twitter account. Where are you gonna post it to?
I do. And
I
actually,
do.
yeah, I do.
Uh huh.
I've had one for a really long time.
I'll
It's like the
believe it.
main
I'll believe it when
social
you
media
follow
I
me.
use. It's the main social media I use actually. It's like the only one I open up anymore.
I'll believe it when you follow me.
No.
No.
You know, you don't get to see what what I it's just a lot of like basically my feed is like live leak in video games and like yeah, that.
My feed used to be a lot of video games, and then I got kind of into this flat Earth thing for like the last week, and now it's just like a whole bunch of anti-Semitism, like real people actively being executed in real time. Like
Yeah,
it's some
that's
real
kind of what
dark
I'm on.
crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm on right now. I open my app and it's like some guy getting decapitated because he's Christian. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I made a mistake by googling flat Earth one time. I should not have done that. Or like sometimes I'll be like running through YouTube shorts and I'll like watch a clip from like a movie or a TV series, and then like the next 19 shorts are from that
it's
same movie or
yeah.
YouTube series, and it's like, what? Where did this come from, dude? Why?
But we thought you wanted to watch it all.
Yeah,
So
something like
there
that.
you go.
Dude, so like that's the other thing that this 8-hour documentary that I shared in the chat here, like one of the big things that he talks about is like YouTube like made flat Earth like a lot bigger than it was because the algorithm is just designed to like keep you engaged. You know, no questions asked. So like if you tap on that video of those innocent people being killed, like we're just gonna show you more. Like if you tap on that conspiracy video, we're just gonna show you more. And like it breeds
Yeah.
like a darkness. So then the other problem with that is like YouTube recognized that and now they like actively censor some flat earthers and they take that as like they're trying to be silenced because they're right. And like so like that's a problem all by itself, but then like on top of it like
They're
they
taking it
shouldn't
as
be censored.
reinforcement.
Like they shouldn't be what's like the
Yeah,
word?
there's
Like
no reason
unevenly
for them
censored
to
than
be.
everybody
Yeah,
else. Yeah, so
there's no
it's like
reason. Yeah, that's not.
but they're
That's
like
definitely
trying to
not the
clean up
right
their
way to
mess that
do
they
it.
created.
You
So
guys
yeah.
just need to make a different algorithm that doesn't feed the same thing over and
Yeah.
over.
But they make less money, so they won't do that.
Yeah.
And it's all about
Well,
the ruble count. All about the ruble count. That's why we work at Cold Stone Creamery.
that's
All about
that's
the
what
rubles.
that's what Taco thinks.
That poor guy.
He
Unfortunately, you'll never make
yes
any rubles if you live in Idaho.
he
So
he held on to. He had like probably 4 million rubles, and was like running like the poopiest little kits. I was like, "What are you doing?"
that's how Dragon is too. I look at his stash and he's like 100 million rubles, and he doesn't use the thermal. He wears level 5 armor. He uses the RD-704 with PP rounds, and it's like
Yeah, like what do
wow.
you? I had to like explain to him, cause at one point he like said something about he's like I told him something joke. He's like, well, I have more rubles than you. And I was like, why? Do you see like what I'm running? Like pretty much since I got the flea market, I've had like a scar or like some kind of like fully maxed out weapon in my hand that is shooting like the best bullets I could possibly have in with like the best armor in
So
the
in other
best
words, you
game.
use a spear every raid with the FMJ that you can buy off the flea market. The
Well,
best
I
gun, the
actually
lowest recoil, the best bullets that you can obtain, that you can
when I
all just
say
get at level 15.
no, when I say like maxed out guns, like whatever gun I want to use, or if I have to use it for a task or something, like fully maxed out for that gun. Like, I
Yeah,
put out
yeah.
like the best attachments and I buy all the best stuff for it.
No, dude, you need a daily driver that's an AK-74U with like a poopy suppressor and a poopy sight, and then post a picture on Reddit about your daily driver gun. Right, guys?
But my daily driver would be a
Well, that's because your brain works just a little more, than everybody else's.
so smarted. I've gone through so many MK16 since I bought the unheard edition, Chuck.
Yeah, dude.
This thing
You and you
has
broke and you bought the unheard edition. You're one of the
yeah, I
scammers.
bought it like literally like 3 days after.
What a guy, dude.
Because that first paycheck hit, and man, really, I, I've sent. I knew that this was happening. I knew I was about to sink my head into the game really hard because that's right around the time where my cousins started saying that they might play. So I was like, I'm probably gonna be able to get some people to play with me because this isn't wiping. So it's
Yeah,
like more
it's not
appealing
like
for
I was
me to like
playing the
pick up all
whole
the time.
time, just hanging out waiting for you.
Well, you were already a little bit ahead, and I didn't want to make you go all the way back to custom.
So now I'm so far ahead that I just have to go back for different tasks. So we're on the same playing field now.
That's why I waited.
So now you're gonna play Tarkov with us. Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Did I get a signed? Did I just get a signed commitment from you?
No.
I'm clipping it. I'm
Commitment
clipping
issues,
it. I'm
remember?
clipping it. Well, what you got anything else you wanna say, or this one will be a little shorter. It's 'cause this guy took a huge hit before, and he's starting to slur his words and lean too far back that he's cutting out.
Well, no.
gets closer, we hear the
Doing
chair squeak, and
gunsmith.
he goes, "Well."
Well, I'm doing gunsmith right now, and I've just been making guns this whole
Oh.
time.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's a pretty happy place to level her off. What
Alrighty.
are you gonna, since you did the intro, are you gonna do the outro too, or what?
Is there an outro?
Dude, I didn't
I,
I
I,
didn't
I
type one
don't
up for
think.
you. You're gonna have to figure out how to do it
Dude,
normally.
what the? No, what the heck?
What
What the?
the what the no?
What the no, dude? Why would you do that?
All right. Well, we'll put you down for the next one, and that's gonna be your thing. I've decided.
No,
Oh yeah.
don't do that.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for us, and we'll see you on the next one.